everyone is telling you go to office hours, but sometimes you're gonna go to office hours and they're not gonna listen to you and they're not gonna help you. Allegedly during my first year, I accidentally had to fight like a court case. I had like 4 big friendship breakup. Yeah, I almost lost my housing, but luckily I didn't. And what else happened? And I overall was like kind of sad. Like I wasn't waking up every day and being like, oh my god, I'm so excited I'm in college. Also, I had like beef, like not beef because it's like I would never beef with faculty, but I had like some tension. So needless to say, my first year of college was not the best ever, and there's just so much that if I could go back in time, I would tell like Rose as a high school senior coming into university. I would be like, hey, listen to me and listen to me good, like a word to the wise is more than enough. So like, don't make these mistakes, don't be silly like me, focus on other things, because you are gonna make mistakes, you are gonna be crazy, especially your first year of college. Like there's gonna be stuff that's like you can't, like canon events, you know, like things you can't avoid, like they just have to happen. But anything you can avoid, like go ahead, because genuinely I feel like I did not have to go through everything I went through to be the person I am today. There's some people who say, oh, everything was necessary, if it happened, like meant to be, and I do believe that to some extent. I also think it's not always, you don't always have to literally fry your hand, you don't always have to burn your hand so much that like you have like 3rd-degree burns on your hands just to know fire is hot, you know.
You can go fishing, you can be like, wow, I really like this fish, get another one, wow, I really like this fish, put it in the next spot. So like, it's not like just because you have 2 fishes you gotta like put one back. Like you can still have 2 fishes and be like, wow, these are beautiful fish.
So if I could help you, if I could help me. Anyways, number 1 is realize nobody cares. Like really internalize the statement nobody cares, because everyone says this, but it's like, do y'all like y'all are hearing me but y'all are not listening for real. Nobody cares. Like genuinely, I feel like college was one of the first times that I truly realized that there's so like your family is one of the only people who like care for you for real. And I don't know if it's just because I didn't make any like close friends. There's like a lot of people who I care about like in relation to like in a friendship capacity. Like there's a lot of people you're gonna care about in a friendship capacity, but it's like so scary and weird when you realize like so many people don't really like care about you fundamentally, I guess. Like they don't really care about you in a very close way like your family would. I know this is not everyone's family, like, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like I have no better way to explain it. There's this quote that people say where it's like, oh, everyone wants to see you do good but never better than them. Like your parents are going to be the only people who want to see you do better than them, or your siblings are the only ones that are going to be happy for you like if you're doing like so good, and they're not envious of you in any way. And it's so true, because like I feel like whenever you step outside in the real world, like people still don't consider college the real world, and I get why, honestly, especially if you live on campus. I get why they might say it's like a simulation, because it kind of is. Like the college campus is its own like ecosystem with its own characters, and then there's everyone who doesn't attend your college. So yeah, and just that entire period of your life, it's kind of like filler arc I feel like. And then the main plot is maybe when you get employed, or some might like flip it over and say like college is the main plot, and you know, don't let the filler arc might be when you get employed and you're making money and like corporate. But I kind of think of it like the other way around, because college lasts a shorter amount of time. Like generally for most people college is 4 years. Some people like extend, reduce, whatever, but generally standard amount of time for bachelors 4 years. So that's why I see it as like filler, kind of like transition, like character building arc, and then at the end like I'm whoever I become and I'm a baddie in corporate, you know. But yeah, like where was I going with that? I was talking about how so many people are like envious of you and people want so much from you, and I felt like every single relationship was like transactional. Even if I didn't like directly see it, it's like, oh, after a while you realize and you're like, oh, this is if I didn't have this, you wouldn't be talking to me, or if you just wanted this, like, I don't know, it feels very weird. I do know actually, but yeah, like, if I didn't have this, you wouldn't be talking to me. People just want to be around you or want to talk to you or be friends with you for so many different reasons, and like, it's very rarely ever genuine. And even whenever friendships start off as genuine and then you start like coming up, people start like getting jealous of you and envious and like evil. Literally evil. I don't think jealousy is inherently like an evil like emotion. It's normal to feel jealousy, like all human beings feel it, but the way you act on it is where it's like it could get very dangerous. It could get like, I've seen people, I haven't seen this actually, I've only heard the story, no tea, no shade. Like, y'all heard about that girl who went on her birthday trip and her friends literally unalived her because like they were just jealous and just crazy, just like literally extreme insane lengths that people would go to. I never felt like I was ever put like in any type of situation like that, but I'm just like using this as an example to say I didn't know how bad jealousy could get like until I went to college. And it's like, you choose who you want to be around. You really don't have to talk to anyone you don't want to. It's not like high school, for example, where it's just like one hallway usually, or the school is just not that big, so it's like you're gonna have classes together. No, there's different like university, like there's a university and then there's different colleges within the university, and then there's different classes, and then there's different like majors and departments. So it's like, if you don't like someone, you could really like, I'm not gonna say you could really go without seeing them, but you could really not talk, like you could not talk to them very easily. So it's just like when you go out of your way to talk to someone and you're like, dang, like it kind of feels like you just want something from me. Like, why is it that every time I talk to you I leave the conversation feeling drained? It makes you start like rethinking things and just realizing that a lot of people like want something from you, and if they can't like get anything from you, they usually don't bother talking to you. Whether it may be something that's like, it doesn't have to always be something so big. It doesn't always have to be like material or financial. It might be emotional, it might be superficial, like aesthetics wise, like it could literally be anything. But yeah, nobody really cares about you. Whoa, that sounds so mean. Oh my god. But also, not everyone is like this. I feel like most relationships are, okay, technically everyone is, because like very rarely will people give like unconditional love. Like genuinely, people usually only give like unconditional love maybe to select few. Like very rarely do people just like unconditionally loving to any and everybody. But there are gonna be nice people, there are gonna be kind people who don't want to like take advantage of you in any type of way, shape, or form. Like there's gonna be super like there's gonna be kind people, and then there's gonna be super kind people to where it's like, whoa, like I did not even know this level of kindness existed. Like college really exposed me to a spectrum of human beings, because I'm like, oh my god, like, and I thought I was kind, like literally. And sometimes it's like, oh my god, and I thought I was evil. Like you realize that there's actually levels to this. There's levels to any and everything. Like, oh my god, and I thought I was bad. Like just an insane range, because it's like you're no longer in like your microcosm ecosystem that is high school, suburban neighborhood. Like, you know, you're no longer in such a small community like you were in high school. So it's like college, everyone, melting pot, the melting pot. But when I say nobody cares, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's that, like, I look at it as we're so preoccupied with what we think about ourselves that we project that feeling onto everyone else. Like, do you really think everyone else is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about yourself? No. I mean, you might think, oh no, I don't think that way, but a lot of people think they don't think that way, but then you act like you do. Like you're overly anxious and overly self-conscious because you think we care about you so much. You know, you think we're like preoccupied with like, oh, you did this way, or you said this word weird, okay, whatever, word weirdly, you know. But it's like 9 times out of 10, like people are worried about themselves, or just like don't care. Like they're just worried about so many other things, so many, like you don't even know what people are like actually like worried about. It's insane, because everyone's literally like doing their own thing and trying to figure out their own life. That's another thing, like struggling in college, it really gives you like, you're independent, but there's also this like sense of like collective confusion, especially in the freshman class. Like I remember whenever I first got onto my college campus and I was rushing, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like yeah, I rushed a sorority. And yeah, I did not know where, like there were places where we had to go meet up, like the girls who were trying to rush, but I did not know where any of those places were, because they'll just tell you, oh, go here, and they'll tell you like the name of the place, and I'm like, oh wow, like I wish that meant something to me. I'm like, oh wow, I wish I knew where or what that was. And they were just, whenever I finally like got there, because my sister went to the same university as me, so I would ask her, I'd be like, hey, like they told me to go here, but I don't know what that is. And she's like, oh, it's right here. And whenever I would get there, the other girls that were like freshmen, they would be like, oh my god, like it took me so long to like get here. And they would just come like progressively, like the later and later it got, like because they were all kind of late to getting there, because we just you know, we just did not know the campus or did not know like anything. And even whenever you like, even later in the semester, it's like end of fall semester, start of spring, there's always someone confused, there's always someone that does not know where to go, especially like that first day of classes where I kept asking, OMG, I don't even want to think about that. Like my first day of classes was actually so like nerve-wracking for me, because I felt so stupid, and I had this thing in my head. I thought people were so preoccupied with me that I was so like nervous to ask anyone for help or where to go. I'm like, oh wow, like I'm about to meet I'm about to miss my lecture, but it's like I don't want to bother anyone. And I remember I finally built up like enough courage to like ask a professor. I was like, hey, do you know where this class is? And he's like, no, I don't know. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I don't really work in that department. And I was like, oh, thanks. And yeah, like I ended up putting it in Google Maps, and Google Maps took me like such a long route to get there, but I got there. And then my school also has an app, which is like you could type in a place on campus where you want to go, and they're gonna put you like give you a map to go there. But it's kind of like Google Maps, because it's still gonna give you like the longest route possible. You know how Maps is gonna like literally give you the longest route possible, but it's like if you know the environment, you know where you could like cut corners and just like go straight through. I didn't know that, but everyone else like was confused, and everyone else did not know. And yeah, like it really just made me feel like it felt like a warm hug. Try so many things. I say try a lot of things, talk to a lot of people, do anything that you've really wanted to do but you have not had like the freedom to do before, or you've never had the like confidence, because you're like, oh, people at my high school are gonna judge me, da 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 da. I feel like college is the perfect time to do it, because it's like, if not now then when? If not now then when? Like you have so much time on your hands, and then you have so much freedom. That newfound freedom will have you feeling different. That newfound freedom will have you acting completely brand new. Yeah. Like I know it had me acting completely different, and I don't know anyone who didn't have acting completely different. But anyways, don't be too in your head about anything, because nobody really cares that much. So like just vibe and just live your life and be like, yeah, of course within reason, but like vibe and live your life and talk to people and embrace all the embarrassing moments, because nobody cares that much. Number 2, platonic and romantic relationships. For friendships, I would say don't take any of them too seriously starting off. I'm just gonna tell you guys my own experience. Genuinely, I'm gonna tell you guys my own stories and my own experience with like friendships this year, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Because it's like I don't want to say do this, don't do that, do like this, don't do like that, because honestly I'm just trying to figure it out myself. Whenever I went to college, I had this like thought in the back and the front. I had this thought in the back of my head that was like, oh, a lot of people tell me that they find their lifelong friends in college. Like whenever my mom has like any events and invites friends or anything, or even my aunts or just people in general, whenever they have like events and invite friends and all of that, it's usually their friends from college. Like college friends are like lifelong friends, or even romantic partners. Like I remember my counselor telling me in high school, whenever I was like, I'm so scared to like graduate kind of high school, because it's like, whoa, I don't know what's next. Like I knew I was going to college, but it's like I don't know what's next in college. Like I don't know, you know. And she was like, oh, your life hasn't even started. Like literally my high school counselor, she looks at me and she's like, oh, Rose, your life hasn't even started. And I'm like, oh, has it not? Okay. Like, what's in college? And she told me, she's like, you're gonna find your best friends. I know the college I went to impacted what city I chose to live in post grad. It impacted me getting this job. And she said she found her husband, like she met her husband in college, and just all these things. And that's the same thing my mom told me. She was just like, yeah, like, I mean, of course, like I met like your dad in college, and just like so many pivotal like moments, and even the end of, like I said, the friends, your bridesmaids, so many people that you like just carry with you for the rest of your life. So I like place a lot of like importance on my friendships in college. I really went out of my way to like make friendships and talk to people and like get to know other people, but that did not always prove to be fruitful. Like genuinely, it wasn't always fruitful because there's people who are genuinely weird. What else can I say? Like genuinely, there was a lot of like just betrayal and just like transactional like friendships that I felt like, oh, like you wouldn't be friends with me if I didn't have this, or you're like trying to be friends with me specifically just to like get this, which is weird. Or just like friendships will fizzle out. A lot of people, like there's gonna be people who you meet that you think you're gonna be really close with, and it's like, oh, never mind, you know, maybe we were just close because we had the same schedule, and then the next semester you don't talk to them. I feel like no one really prepares you for how fast college moves. Like literally every semester is feels like a new plot, new cast, new classes, you know, new professors, new friends. College moves very fast. I feel like people are constantly changing. Like I remember like the friends that I literally had at the start of fall semester were not even the friends I had at the end of fall semester. Like this is not even like first year, the start of fall versus end of spring. No, like this is literally one season, one semester. Well, technically it's 2 seasons because like fall semester is fall and winter, and then spring semester is spring summer. Anyways, but no, like literally everyone is like moving so fast, and friendships are very fickle because I think it's because everyone is trying to like figure themselves out, and no one really knows who they are yet, and it's hard to find like lifelong friendships when people are still trying to figure out their identities and stuff. I don't think it's not possible because it's like you're gonna be forever evolving and changing. Does that mean you will never find friends? No, you know, you will find friends if you need to find friends, but girl, a lot of people don't know who they are. That's what I blame weird behavior on. I'm like, you don't even know how to be a good person because you're so young. Like so many people are so young. You're gonna make mistakes. I made my fair share of friendship mistakes, and like a lot of people made like their friendship mistakes towards me. As long as you like just have a list of like red flags or a list of like kind of standards in mind. I know some people write it out. Literally my mom, after I told her so many of like my different stories, my like different friendship horror stories, she'd be like, oh, write like a list of standards you need like in a friend because obviously you don't know what you're doing. And girl, like honestly, if you feel like you need to write a list and it's gotten to that stage, go ahead. Honestly, I need a list. I should write a list. I just don't feel like it. I feel like I have it in my head. Like if they compete with you, if you always feel like they're competing with you, they're weird. Like just cut them. Like don't walk, run. Like if they playfully like insult you and y'all are not there yet, because it's like I don't even know you like that. Like don't play with me. If they act different around like new people, like you know when it's so obvious that someone is like trying to impress like a new group of people, and that's like the lamest thing in the world. Literally top 5 lamest things ever to exist ever. Yeah. And if they never celebrate your accomplishments, because your friends should want to see you eat and want to see you win. Also, if you can't trust them, like if you feel like you can't trust them with anything because they're probably gonna go like talk about it, or like, yeah. Well, actually, I feel like that rule is kind of like comme ci, comme ça, because you don't have to you don't have to be able to trust all your friends like that. Genuinely. That's something I've had to learn, like, the more I, like, grow up. Because people will say you have a bad friend if you can't trust them with your deepest, darkest secrets, but it's like, sometimes I just don't, like, sometimes maybe I'm just not the friend to tell your deepest, darkest secret to. you know, like maybe we're just not there yet, or maybe we'll never get there, and that's okay. Like it's not every day. It's genuinely not every friend that you're just gonna be like so trusting and open with. There's like party friends, there's like school friends, there's like deepest darkest like vent friends you vent to, like trauma bonding for, like I don't know, like there's just so many different like categories of friends. And if you learn how to, like, if you really master categorizing your different friendships, I really think you could avoid a lot of weird stuff. You could avoid like so much drama and like have so much more peace in your life, because it's like, you know, I know to keep with this homegirl, I know not to keep, like, you know, I know to study with this homegirl, I know to keep with this homegirl. I have a friend who does that really, really freaking well, and I'm like, I literally admire it so much. I tell him all the time, because I'm like, bro, you are so good at knowing what everyone is for. Like, you're so good at assigning everyone a role, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because honestly, I sucked at that. I was literally terrible at that, because in high school, I'm either friends with you and you know everything about me, or I'm not friends with you and you don't know anything about me. There's no in between. There's no in between, because 9 times out of 10, I would make a friend and we happen to have like 5 or 6 classes together. So I'm like, okay, I see you all the time, so easy for you to know everything about me. And then the people who I'm not friends with and I don't have 5 to 6 classes with, it's like, okay, we don't talk. Literally. And don't let it be like you're in the same activities as me too, and like just all that. Yeah, like we're gonna talk and you're gonna know everything about me. Like we're gonna talk and you're gonna know everything about me. But now I've learned not to do that, because it's like just vibe and just chill. And I don't take platonic friendships seriously, especially at this stage, because I feel like it's too early for anything to be concrete. Like your first year of college, I doubt your friends in your first year are going to be your friends your senior year. Kind of like high school. You know how you have this middle school friend group and they always tell you, oh, once y'all go to high school, once you go to high school, your friend group is going to split up. And you're like, no, like, don't say that. We've been friends since preschool. And you go to high school and your friend group splits up. As you know, as the prophecy said, literally as it was prophesied. Yeah, I feel like that's the same thing with college. I mean, I can't confirm nor deny, but there's like maybe 5 friends, 5 people who I'm like, you are, let's reduce that number, 4 people who I like made friends with my freshman year of college, and I'm like, you are really cool, like solid, like, you know, cool people, like genuinely people who I love and I see me being friends with for a long time. Please, like, Papa got that big, like, I'm not in the mood. But like, you also, like, I can't tell the future, so it's like I don't know if I'm gonna feel the same at, like, check in with Rose senior year, you know, senior year of college. I don't know if I'm gonna feel the same, but I like the mindset of being more detached towards like friendships and just relationships in general, because it's like you get to enjoy the time you have with people. Like literally just enjoy the time you have with someone, and if it comes to an end, it comes to an end, and if it lasts longer, then it lasts longer. But like you don't feel attached to any type of outcome because you're not attached to the person, or you're not attached to the person, you know? Yeah. On that note, I want to move to my third point, where it's like you're gonna have to learn how to be really independent very fast and embrace it. Do not fight it. Do not try to be like, oh, this is so much friction, I have to do this by myself, I have to do this, I have to do my own laundry, I have to cook for myself, I have to like, no, it's gonna feel like that, but I need you to like literally just embrace it and just literally just like know there's gonna be a lot of like change, a lot more change than you anticipated, and try to create like a routine for yourself. I worked at a breakfast spot. If y'all know tea, if y'all know the real, like those who really know the real, they know I worked at a breakfast spot my entire summer leading up to college. So I was already in like the routine of waking up super duper early, because I remember my shifts used to start at 6 a.m. My shift started at 6 a.m. So can you imagine the time I was waking up, and then I would wear my makeup, and then I would drive there, and then I would clock in like 15 minutes before time. So yeah, I would wake up super early, like literally insanely early for someone who was getting paid like nothing but $3.50 an hour, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I was already in the habit of waking up at a certain time, which was early in the morning. Like I would wake up at like 5 a.m. at home, and I just kind of kept that whenever I was in college. I would wake up at like 5 a.m. still, and I wrote down just like a schedule that I would try to follow, and I was actually really good at following it. My spring semester, I changed it a little bit because I was like, okay, I know more about college and I know more about like studying and like what I need to do to be a productive human being and just sustainable. My first schedule that I made like in college was so insane. I could not keep up with it at all because it relied on me being like a perfect person, and whenever I woke up and I just did not feel like being insanely perfect that day, like it's not every day that you wake up and you want to go gym for like how many hours, come home, shower, do your makeup, go to your 8 ugh, I'm literally exhausted just saying it. Like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And there were just so many things. Like, there was so much friction, so many different things you had to do. And your first schedule, maybe it won't be as bad as mine, but 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna be perfect because it's like you don't really know until you know. But still just have like a rough so just have like a rough outline of like what you want to do in a day and like how you want to do things, so you don't like lollygag or dilly-dally and end up not getting anything done, you know? So yeah, I think a schedule is very important. It helps keep you on track and it helps keep you like locked the hell in. It's very easy to get unlocked in college, especially since no one is there to keep you accountable. No one's gonna like force you to go to class. You oversleep for your lecture. OMG, guys, I was single occupancy my first year of college, and that was my biggest fear. Whenever I was rushing my sorority, that was also my biggest fear. Like, I was like, I'm scared one of these days I'm gonna oversleep and this entire thing is gonna be done. Like, literally, I was so scared that like I was gonna oversleep for one of the days during rush. I was so scared that I was gonna oversleep for one of the days like during the school year for my class, and I really never like did. Okay, like I did like once, but you know, you could have seen it coming. But anyways, yeah, I really never did, but like I really made sure I did not. Like, genuinely, I would hear that first alarm and get up. And if like whenever I would hear the first alarm, if I did not want to get up and I snoozed it, I got like an alarm clock that would literally like vibrate my bed. Those work. I see those ads for I used to see the ads for those clocks all the time, and I'm like, oh, who's gonna buy that? Me. When you live alone and it's like you're the only person to keep yourself accountable for anything, I promise you'll do the craziest things just to keep yourself accountable. So like, I remember once I snoozed my alarm clock, and then second time it rang, I tried to snooze it again, and my bed just starts shaking. Like, I put the vibrating plate under my pillow, so like my head just started shaking. And yeah, I was up. I mean, even if you try to go back to sleep after that, like, I doubt you will be able to. So I was up, and yeah, like, it's just crazy, man. I tell you, it's crazy. For romantic relationships, I don't have too much to say on that, you know. If you know me, you know. Anyways, I don't have too much to say on that. All I know is nothing is permanent. Just live your life. No, like, for real, like, I feel like the same philosophy applies. Like, you could just be detached from the whole thing. Me, when I'm trying to push anxious avoidant, trying to put my avoidant attachment style on y'all. Anyways, but no, like, genuinely, I'm not trying to say be avoidant. I'm just saying be detached from the outcome so you can enjoy the process. Be detached from the outcome so you can enjoy the process. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't think that's that crazy to say. I feel like it'll save you a lot of like back and forth and drama and just like heartbreak and everything. So go to office hours, talk to your professors. Don't be scared of your professors. A lot of people would tell me, oh, go to office hours, but I never did because I was scared of my professors, because I'm just like, oh, like, what do I go to office hours into? Like, literally everyone is telling you to go to office hours, but they never tell you what to actually do. Like, am I just about to sit in this professor's office and twiddle my thumbs? Like, I don't know. Do we just look at each other? Like, I don't know. But no, you can ask, you can see online, you can literally look up online like some questions to ask in office hours if you just like want to get to know your professor. Like, get to know me questions. They're also just regular guys. They're literally also just regular people. So you could just try and get to know them. Like, usually they're yappers. I've never been to a professor's office hours and they're not talking. Like, and they're not like just yappers. Like, just like they have a lot to say. And you could look up get to know me questions, but I never really went to like get to know my whenever I went, it usually was like a bit late because I had been like struggling in a class for a while, and I'm like, oh hey, like I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm on the verge of failing this class, help me. So I don't like that I waited that long to go, because it's like whenever I would go, I would literally, like, my grade would go so high because they would tell me something that's like I would not have figured this out on my own, but it's like, oh, you know, like this really helps me and I'm really glad you told me this, but it's like, why did I wait so long to ask you? Like, a lot of the times these people are not gatekeeping no type of information. They want you to pass the class. Like, genuinely, if you feel like your professor is against you, you definitely need to go to like office hours, because 9 times out of 10 they want you to pass the class because it looks good on them, it looks good on the university, looks good, it's good for everyone, you know, it's good for everyone. And I wonder if professors like feel bad. I genuinely do think some professors feel bad whenever they like really fail a student, because it's like your college degree, like that kind of follows you for life. I mean, you don't always use your college degree, but it's like 9 times out of 10, like that's like important, right guys? Like that's like important. That's on your degree. Like this is the degree that you're gonna be applying for your big girl job with. Like, you know, this is important. I feel like your GPA on your bachelor's degree like really matters, but I don't know, like maybe I'm just thinking about it from a different, like if I'm wrong let me know, but I feel like some professors genuinely don't want to fail people. Like they genuinely don't want to just fail their students. Of course there's gonna be difficult ones, and I should talk about that because no one really talks about it. There's gonna be difficult professors, yeah, and I'm not talking about the subject being difficult. I'm talking about like no type of communication with the students, barely knows how to explain the subject, just like you're really having trouble like comprehending their class, and you might go to office hours and they don't help, which I know you don't want to hear that. Everyone is telling you go to office hours, but sometimes you're gonna go to office hours and they're not gonna listen to you and they're not gonna help you. Everyone is telling you go to office hours, but sometimes you're gonna go to office hours and they're not gonna listen to you and they're not gonna help you. And here's where I say it's very important to know the chain of command for any school you're going to. Like, your professor has a boss, and your professor's boss has a boss, and then your professor's boss probably has a boss, and then there's like the dean. I think the dean is at the top like chain of command, but then the dean also has like someone who he answers to. So there's like a chain of command. There's always someone's boss and there's always someone higher up you could be talking to. It's important to know these different steps if you ever need to like complain to someone, if you ever need to report something to someone. Don't just go like your professor and then the dean. I feel I've seen someone do that before and it worked out for him. It worked out for him, I must say, but I don't think that's like optimal. There are a lot of like loops you have to like, there are a lot of hoops you have to go to just to go from like professor to the dean. Like there's a lot more you need to do, and a lot of times like they might redirect. I don't know how it worked out for him, but they might like redirect you to, hey, have you spoken to this person, have you spoken to that person? So save yourself the time and just go through like chain of command. I remember the first time whenever like my first semester, my fall semester, I had a professor who like would not listen to me, or like I went to his office hours because I was like kind of struggling in his class. I really wasn't. I had like a B, and then like my grade dropped from like a high B to like a C, and I was like, I'm not having that. Like I'm not having that. So it was just like such a thing, and I told him I was trying to explain everything to him, and long story short, he just wouldn't listen to me and wouldn't talk to me. And like I remember once I was like waiting after class because his office hours were like right after class, so I was like waiting for him to like come and like open the door for his office hours, and he sees me and he just like walks right past me, and I was just like, oh, like that was weird. I thought that was weird because it's like you saw me. Yeah, it was just a lot, and I was still trying to give like the benefit of the doubt, and I asked my friend about it because I was like, I had a friend in that class and I'm like, oh, am I crazy or does the professor hate me? And she tells me, she's like, I don't think he likes like a lot of people in our class, but I specifically don't think he likes you because he is kind of weird. Like he is kind of like dismissive and things like that. So I wasn't crazy. That was insane. My grade wouldn't change for like, he wouldn't change my grade for anything, no matter how much work I did, no matter how much like proof I showed. It was just like such a crazy thing, and I remember feeling so like hopeless in the moment because I was like, in high school you know that if your teacher messes up you could report to the principal and you could report to the principal, but what do you do in college when your professor messes up and everything just feels like it's kind of like individual? Like it really, like a university doesn't feel like one cohesive thing like a high school does. It kind of feels like everyone is just doing their thing in their own departments. So it's like, who do I even like go to? And I ended up talking to the head of the department, and she was literally the sweetest lady ever. I literally love her. She helped me so much, and she told me, like, she was like, oh yeah, you're, like, she just helped me so much with the case, and we ended up getting everything resolved. Something that stuck with me in that moment is like, it's really important to like advocate for yourself, no matter how like much bigger you think like the person is compared to you. You might have to stand up to like some grown man, like you might have to defend yourself against like a grown man. You don't have to just sit there and take it. Like, you really don't need to. You don't have to take any type of injustice or like discrimination. If you feel like you're being discriminated against, I feel like that calls for concern. You could like report that. You could talk to someone about it, you know? Your professor has a boss. Like, there's a chain of command. It's important for you to know your chain of command, and it's important for you to advocate for yourself no matter what. Like, genuinely, I thought I was like advocating for myself a lot throughout my life, but university, like this past year, girl, oh, I've argued so much. I was thinking about doing dual law. I'm so serious. Like, I was literally thinking about, like, I'm pre-med right now, and I was thinking of adding pre-law on there, because girl, with how much arguing I've been doing, oh please. And I feel like there's just so many times where you're gonna like have to do that in life, so it's good for you to develop that skill now. But I believe my voice matters, because a lot of the times where I have argued, it's like there's always the option to stay silent. Like, you don't always have to argue, but does your voice matter or no? Even if you think your voice doesn't, like, I don't care. That was a rhetorical question. I don't care what you answer to that. Even if you think your voice doesn't matter, your voice does matter. And even if change does not happen with you talking, like, you talking once could be the thing that causes change in the future. Like, you report someone once, nothing gets done, but someone else reports them, and it's like, oh, now you have 2 reports against you. You're kind of weird, huh? And something gets done. So yeah, just like advocacy, like, it's important to know to advocate for yourself, and you're like gonna have to do that a lot, whether it's on a grand scale like in a court case, whether it's on a larger scale like in a court case, or if it's just like against like amongst your peers or something. There's always drama happening in college. It's so weird. Like, college is so high school. People are gonna tell you, oh, this is not gonna slide in college, and I promise you it's literally slipping, sliding, and doing like willies, like slipping, sliding, slip and slide in college. Like, I promise you, so much is gonna slide in college. You're like, yeah, it's insane. My college town feels like a simulation to me. Genuinely. I see why people say it's not the real world. Like, I feel realer in my hometown. Like, I feel realer whenever I'm at home than whenever I'm in college, because in college it just feels like nothing's real. Like, genuinely, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like a whole different setting and everything, like a time skip arc. I see it as a time skip arc, filler arc in my story. And yeah, literally character development. Like, I go back to my college town to develop my character a little more, and then I come back home, even though it should be vice versa. But hey, whenever I'm at home, I'm more in the real world. Like, I'm just like interacting with my day-to-day people, you know. I'm going shopping, I'm like doing things. Like, I'm really not like in a school setting in its own ecosystem. I'm not like in a microcosm like ecosystem like I am in college. Like, in college, there's literally everything on campus. Like, there's a grocery store on campus, there's a different food places on campus, there's like everything you want possibly. There's a hospital on campus, there's different sports center. Like, you live on campus, you eat on campus, you sleep there, you do your laundry there, and it's with the same people. So it starts feeling very Sims-like. I feel like I'm in The Sims when I'm in college. No, F The Sims, Movie Star Planet. I feel like I'm in Movie Star Planet a little bit. I love that. Like, y'all don't know nothing about that though. I love that game, but y'all don't know nothing about that. Comment down below if you do, actually. Like, if you make it this far, actually comment this emoji. Yeah, that's all I have for college advice. I feel like there's more, but let me know if y'all want a part 2. But I feel like these are really important points that, like, if you only listen to these 3 points, I think I made like 3 or 4, they're gonna serve you good. You're gonna avoid you're just gonna avoid like a whole bunch of crap. So yeah, if you guys liked, give this video a thumbs up, and without any further ado, this is Rosee signing out. Bye.